Hey guys, it's me, Jenny, and it's time for another commentary. Commentary, it's a thing where I respond to all your comments, typey wise, and then I comment on them. So it's a conversation, and this is my alternative to live video because live video is something that I can never guarantee a specific time when I'd be like, hey guys, going on live. But at least I can chat for a long period of time about comments, and it turns into a conversation. Although, in my case, of late, it's more like a conversation through time, because I didn't realize how far behind I was with these commentaries. So, I'm going back to Midsummer, and it is October 24th today. So, hey, I'm I'm well and truly up to date. So for those of you, again, I never thought these right. Commentaries. For those of you who don't know, I film on my web camera. My shitty quality, poor audio. Check out all the pixels. Web camera. I think it's also gets the black bars down the sides as well. So hey, so high quality. Because I ramble. I ramble on and 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 on. So that's why we do low quality, otherwise it would never ever upload. Ever. So full clarity on this one. I was gonna film this yesterday and then I was gonna film it this morning. And I didn't. I procrastinated all day on everything. And so I've literally in the last hour done everything I was meant to do today. So that was including finishing off my Halloween costume, which is why I'm wearing actually my dolphin necklace, which is part of my Halloween costume. I need to remember to take that off and put that somewhere safe. And there's probably like bits of wig in my hair and all sorts. But yes, so I finally finished that off. So yay, that's done. I might do some pictures tomorrow before work. We'll see if I have time to do makeup first thing in the morning, which is not my usual thing. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I thought I'd cocked it up. I thought like I was ready to throw the wig in the fire. It was just not working. It was too big. It was too heavy. I couldn't manage it. And then my mum, bless her, she was just happened to be in the space at the time. And I was like, this wig's just not working. She was like, well, why don't you try doing this? And did it. And then it was like, it works. It works. And then similarly, my mum, bless her, I thought I cocked up the belt. I made the skirt and I thought I'd cocked up the belt because I didn't put enough belt fabric into it. So I was planning on wrapping it around and then tying it. And I didn't leave enough belt material because I don't measure things when I buy them. And I didn't have enough to do it, to tie it off. And I was like, how am I going to do it? And I tried tucking it in and I tried like pinning it. And bless her, she found an antique nurse's belt buckle, which would be completely wrong if it wasn't for the fact that the antique belt buckle, which is made of pewter, has a ship on it, and a serpent and some stuff in Latin on the belt buckle, which would be bizarre if my cleric wasn't an elven cleric of the ocean deity Deep Sashaleus, who was also briefly raised by pirates, and it's just too perfect. Oh my god! So yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I was so scared that I'd cocked it up. It was going to be just, it was the worst. And then she provided me with the perfect belt buckle, and I was like, I'm so glad you're here right now. You're the best. Anyway, rambling. Hey, so talking procrastination. So yeah, I wanted, and I am, hopefully, fingers crossed, depends on how long this takes, tonight I want to stream some stuff on Twitch. So hey, if you're watching this, go over to Twitch if this was uploaded fast enough. I might still be online. Hey, it's Classy Librarian at twitch.com. Also check out my Twitter, Home to Jen, because I put updates on that. But to give you guys an insight into how I do commentaries, I basically go through and I find some videos that I haven't commented on, and then I like load all of those tabs. So I'm answering, let's have a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm responding to 8 videos today, so I have 8 tabs open, which shouldn't be enough, but apparently it should be fine. That should be fine. 8 tabs, perfectly good for my processing power. Apparently not. Apparently my computer is in freak out mode. It has been all day because I've had these tabs up all day waiting to do the commentary. And in order for me to stream, I need to close these tabs. I basically need to shut down everything except my game and OBS in order to stream without my computer going, yeah! That was a strange noise. I don't know where that one came from. So yeah, basically in order to stream, which is what I want to do before I go to bed today, I needed to actually do the bloody commentary. So let's do this! Hey, I Ramble! Hey, I'm so excited about Halloween. Oh my god. Basically, I had to do everything for Halloween today because I'm working every single day. Today is Tuesday. Halloween's a week from now. So Wednesday I'm working, Tuesday Wednesday I'm working, Thursday I'm working, Friday I'm working, Saturday I am going to a village hall to run a charity. Well, will be one of the DMs for a charity gaming morning day. So I'm really excited about that. I'm running a horror one shot. We'll see whether or not anyone actually wants to play with me and have me torture them with psychological damage. And then straight from there I'm going to my sisters, where some of my friends are doing an awesome, by sheer coincidence, D&D monster themed Halloween party, which I'm so excited about. Hence my costume, which I had to get finished today because I need to have it ready to go out the door to go to the gaming day and then go straight on the train to my sister on Saturday morning. And then Saturday evening, obviously the party. Sunday I'm hanging out with my sister and then I'm coming back here, and then in the evening I'm running the same one shot but with some friends from Canada. Hey, I don't know if you're watching this, but if you are, you're awesome. I'm looking forward to, again, torturing you with psychological damage. Hooray! I'm really nervous, I'm really excited, and there's some stuff that I've thought of that really genuinely creeps me out. Like, I'm kind of scared my brain thought of it, and then I'm like, this is just too perfect, I have to put it into a game because it's going to be so evil. Evil! And then that will go on till like hopefully 3-4 in the morning for me, so that's about mid-afternoon for my Canadian friends. And so then I've got the next day to recover. So Monday I can recover. And then Tuesday is Halloween. So then I have to prep for a little Loki party I'm doing. Not a Loki as in like Thor's brother Loki, but as in a chilled out, not as in a snowman party, like a relaxing party that I'm throwing with my friends, which is basically, I'm the only one in my house who does Halloween. I have been for years. I'm the one who gets like costumes and sweets. Love it. And because of that, for I think the last 5 years, everyone else in my house has been saying, you know, we're just going to have a normal evening. If people ring on the door, we'll answer it if we have to. But if you want to do anything, if you want to decorate, if you want, like, if you're going to buy the sweets, this is to me, they say to me, if you're going to decorate, so we actually get trick-or-treaters at the door, you are the one answering the door. If we leave the house empty at the front and trick-or-treaters come, then we will give them sweets. That is fine. We will equally share in the opening of the door. But if you're going to decorate, if you're going to wear a costume, then you are going to be the one answering the door all the way through the evening. And that's been that way for years. The people I live with have never enjoyed Halloween, except for me, who's like, Halloween's the best! I don't know what it is. Whenever I put the camera on for these things, I just become so hyper. Yeah, so I should probably save some of these anecdotes for the stream. But hey, it's like a foreshadowing pre-stream thing where like people who watch this first before going to the stream will be like, hey, I've got the secret know-how. It's like I don't know, some sort of secret award system. Or maybe not. Maybe you're watching this afterwards and you're like, hey, spoilers. Anywho, more to the point, for Halloween evening, I've invited some of my bestest D&D friends around, and we're going to do costumes. We're going to do like proper classic Halloween movies. I have bought Hocus Pocus to watch again. I bought Elvira, Mistress of Darkness, which I watched for Movie Club, as well as Hocus Pocus. I think that was a Movie Club one as well. Nightmare Before Christmas, which I've only seen about twice. Corpse Bride I own. Paranorman I own. The Addams Family I own. Addams Family Values I've just bought, even though I have seen that one several times. What are they? The Witches, which I can remember watching as a child and being terrified. And yeah, I think those ones are the main ones. About Practical Magic as well. I bought that one as well. So maybe I'll have a pina colada? Probably not, because this is a very low-key party. There's some people who have to go back to work the next day, including myself, who has to get up at 5 to do this. So probably not going to be drinking. It's a very relaxed party. It's basically, I want people to also help me answer the door party while we have sweets and popcorn and garlic bread dough balls and maybe fish and chips. Maybe, probably not. Probably it'll just be mostly popcorn and sweets and crisps and that sort of thing, which I'm really excited about. So I'm looking forward to doing that, but that's going to be like really relaxed because the next day I've got to go to work. Anywho, moving on. That's my plan for Halloween, and I am so excited, and Halloween's awesome, and that's why I had to do a load of stuff today, because between now and Tuesday next week, it is pretty much like, so much stuff. Why is all the exciting stuff happening in the course of one weekend? Anyway, 10 minutes in, let's actually start on the comments and the commentary. Hey. Okay, so we're going back in time, like way back. Let's start from, screw it, May 14th. Naked Truth on Mother's Day, and Super Mums. So let's see. Trisha Hirschberger, hey, Trisha herself, the lovely lady, says, at first I was like, holy crap, Jenny's doing a Naked Truth actually naked, then you saw your shirt underneath your hair. So for those of you who don't know, I have done 1 or 2 Naked Truths actually naked. I think there's one in a towel, one that's actually naked. And I think they were the first couple I actually did. They are probably, I think they're in my Naked Truth playlist and unlisted, so the only way to get to them is through that Naked Truth playlist. And the reason why I stopped doing it is I've done multiple videos on being naked and doing the Naked Truth, why I don't do it naked. You can probably look those up as well. I do really need to update my playlists. Probably won't this week. Just saying, probably won't this week. But remind me in the comments for this video to update my playlists. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze, so if I do, I apologise. So basically, I have done lots of videos on why I don't do Naked Truths naked. I feel like it's an uneven relationship. Like if, for example, you're naked on, say, a naturist beach, or even if you're in a bikini on like a normal beach, everyone else on that, in that scenario, has acquired and applies the same rules, so it's an equal ground. While if I'm naked on the internet, I can't see what everyone else is doing. Nobody else has agreed to the same standard rules that I am applying to myself. It's not like, equal footing where I can see you, you can see me. And because of that, I feel like it's a bit of a uncomfortable thing for me. I do feel vulnerable in my jammies, and I do feel like I am honest in those videos. There's always things that you don't talk about, there's always things you skirt around, but you do that in normal conversation with some people that you love for years, and you can be perfectly honest without saying everything. So that's how I apply the Naked Truths, and I do feel uncomfortable in my jammies, and I do feel like it's, you guys, I'm not one of the people who wears a onesie to the supermarket or something like that. Like, the only time I think most people have seen me naked equal to the number of people who've also seen me in my pajamas, if that makes any sense. Maybe not quite that extreme, but it's a close enough similarity that, yeah, I don't feel comfortable in that. So there we go. Whew, moving on. Rydragon7, I don't know if I've seen your username before, but hey, says he was also fooled by that, and has seen a fair few of my Naked Truths, but didn't know that I bared my outer self as well as my inner self. So yes, as I said, go to those playlists. Mike Lee, hello, says she added the same note at the end of the video. Mother figures are not necessarily biological and are also important. Heart. Yeah, that's one of the things I ended on in that video, is just because someone is not biologically the female parent does not mean that they are not a mother figure. That applies to transgender parents or single gender parents, single parents and same gendered parents, even if neither of them are technically female, birth parents versus adopted parents, caregivers, that includes grandparents, aunts, uncles, the ones that take a predominant role in raising a child. There's a saying which is, it takes a village to raise a child. Sometimes those village people can be more important maternal figures than the biological mother, who may not be as important as a figure in terms of raising that child. But there is also the physical side of physically bearing a child, which does need to be appreciated. But either way, mother figures, parental caregivers, whether biological or otherwise, they deserve appreciation for the amount of effort they go through, both physical and mental, in the rearing of offspring. It is shocking how much effort and how much work it is, and yeah, it's a lot of work. Red Sky Blackbird says, "Are my parents secret agents?" I think that's because I said I did that in 2 takes because I mentioned my parents' names. The thing with my parents is they, and this applies to my sisters, I've stopped saying their names on the internet as well. You can probably find them if you dug back through my archives hard enough. I don't keep it a big secret. My sisters' names are, my parents' names are. But the thing is, both my sisters and my parents feel quite uncomfortable being on the internet in these vlogs. That's the reason why I don't really show them. And that's their choice. Therefore, it's their choice to have their names associated with my vlog. It's their choice to put their names online, and it's not my. I don't feel like it's my right to put their names online without their consent. And I'm sure if I were to ask them, "Oh, would it be okay if I said your name was, this is not their name, Bob and Mary? Bob and Mary, is it okay if I say Bob and Mary online?" Again, not my real parents' names, just throwing them out there. If I were to put those names online, would that be okay? I'm sure they'd be like, "Yeah, sure, you can say Bob and Mary, just don't, say our surnames or whatever." But I don't feel like I need to ask their permission if I don't use their names. So there we go. They're not secret agents, they're just humans. They're normal humans who don't need an internet life as well as a personal life. Unlike me, who apparently needs an internet life because I'm addicted. / I've been doing this so long, it's just part of me now. I've been doing this for years and years. And I haven't got any better. Hey! Moving on to loading. As I said, my laptop is in freak out mode. Another naked truth on being brave from June 27th, 2017. So I have replied to these comments, and they're still got loady squiggles going on, so hopefully you get the written version of these comments as well as the verbal one. We'll see. I'm not going to retype them. If they don't appear, there's nothing I can do about them. We just got the loady circles going on for eternity. Probably because I've had these tabs open all day. Anyway, so naked truth on bravery. Nathan Lal official says, "You think you're going to be less subscribery for being rambly? The rambly is the main reason why we stay." Well, I hope you're satisfied, because I ramble forever. And if you would like to see me ramble more, go to my Twitch channel, because that's several hours of rambling at a time. KSJ Hawker 94 says, "Good to see you, Jenny. Nice to see your username too, KSJ Hawker. I should subscribe to more people's videos. But hey, thank you. I'm glad to be in your face. Or in your device. Whatever. Screen Stars, all in caps, says, "Excellent video. Stay brave." Thank you. Excellent username. Stay starry, Screen. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know whether or not I've had too much caffeine or not enough. I have had a lot of food. In all fairness, I've had fish and chips and chicken nuggets and Coke and tea. Not cocaine, as in Coca-Cola. And it was sugary Coca-Cola as well. So that's probably explaining a little bit of the blah. I should have more. It was fun. Anywho, well, it's mostly, I finally actually succeeded in making my costume, and my costume is actually pretty awesome, so that's probably part of the reason for the whoop. Okay, moving on to August 7th, 2017, literally 10 minutes of me reading on my break, which is literally what the title is. I cannot, for any shape or form, say a more straightforward or accurate title for what that video is. Brentwood says, "Quite relaxing." It was lovely. It was quite a warm day, so that's the reason why I read by that fountain, is so I can cool my feet off and stay slightly cool in the sunlight. Tiny Teddy, hello lady, it's been a while. Um, she says, "Too funny bunny." Um, lovely environment though, very peaceful. This video will help me sleep tonight. Yes, I didn't quite mean to make an environmental relaxing video, but that's how it turned out. I am glad to have aided in your sleep patterns. Same with KSJ Hawker94, who replied to Tiny Tenny, "I love it when you guys chat, it's so fun," and definitely what I really love. I love it when I see guys chatting in my comments. It's the best feeling. It says, "Tiny Teddy, I was thinking the same thing. Both times I tried, I was asleep before the end of the video." Well, I'm going to take that as an enormous compliment. Tours Time said she wants to read in that garden. It looks so peaceful. It is a lovely bit of the garden at work. There's several private gardens at work. There's one which is access to like there's certain tiers of people at work, and there is the kind of the accessible ones, then there's the next tier, then there's the next tier, and then there's the next tier, and I was in the third tier, as in only certain people allowed in this type of garden, which mostly means that it's very quiet, which is lovely. So yeah, it was a really beautiful garden at work. The statue / water feature is brand new at the time, so I was one of the few people to really enjoy it from the get-go. And I hope to see it again next year. If there's any nice weather this year, I might film in there again. We shall see. Ooh, yawn, blimey. Okay. Nathan Lyle Official says, this has to be the most heart-racing video in YouTube history. Yes, it was. I aim for thrills and spills. I think at that point in the book I was reading while I was doing that was Eric, which is one of the Discworld novels, and I think at that point Rincewind and Eric were in hell. Having a great fun time because hell had been turned into a bureaucracy zone, so they were like before the guy could push the rock up the Eternal Mountain, he had to be read the entire manual handling guide, and I love meta jokes like that. I love Terry Pratchett so much. Oh god, so fun. I'm seeing how many I can get read by the end of this year. I keep getting distracted, but I am still making progress on my Terry Pratchett reading, and he's such a good author. Seriously, guys. Anyone who loves fantasy books and loves comedy, please read some Terry Pratchett novels. They are hilarious, they are meta, they are cross-dimensional hijinks. My favourite ones are usually the witch ones, because they tend to be more parodies of stories, while a lot of the Ankh-Morpork ones are based mostly, there we go, on taking a vague concept and then tweaking it. So Eric, I think, is all about the kind of joke of bureaucracy, while and wish giving, while Moving Pictures is obviously about like what if the concept of Hollywood came to a medieval fantasy world. There's Going Postal, which is about what if the post office came to this fantasy world. The witch ones, I love Weird Sisters because it's Hamlet, but if like the witches were just like normal humans and kind of wacky, and like, yeah, it's just, they're so good. They're so good. 100%, like one of my recommended authors of all time, Terry Pratchett. Hilarious, weird, makes you think, takes you into a weird psychedelic zone. A lot of the times he'll go so out into weird space magical entities that you will get your mind blown. But yeah, it's great. And some of the Wizard College stuff, I happen to believe that some of the Wizard College stuff, I kind of know the environment for which it is based on personally, so that feels like amazingly weird a lot of the time. Anyway, moving on. Yes, heart racing video on YouTube. It's thrilling, so thrilling. Yes, excitement, car chases, explosions of sunlight hitting water at a pretty low speed, and me carefully clicking the pages in my Kindle. Yeah, thrilling. Big Virgo Tube says he needs that fountain in his garden. It would be nice. I love that fountain. It's really, really lovely. And as I said, it was freshly done, so it was before anything kind of grew on it. So now it's a bit mossy, but I like it a bit mossy. But I need to check it out. I haven't seen it in a couple of weeks, so I should probably go back through that garden. Torsi says, nice composition, good lighting, good lighting. I said good lightning. Like, there's no lightning in that video. It's a sunny day. If there was lightning in it, I've definitely been saying something wrong about certain deities. Nice composition, good lighting. Interesting setting, but God, that had to be hard on the bottom. Next time, move the bench. If someone objects, say that you'll move it back when you leave. Overall, very peaceful. So, to be honest, as a girl who was wearing a dress, sitting on a wooden bench for that amount of time is always going to be uncomfortable. I specifically moved the bench so I was sat on the armrest, and to be honest, it's not that less uncomfortable than sitting on the normal one. In fact, because of the fountain being there, is actually really nice to be able to dangle my feet into the water to keep my feet cool. Genuinely, given the stone floor, the wooden bench, or the side of the wooden bench, like either way, I wasn't gonna have a comfy bottom. But there we go. I didn't find it at all uncomfortable, to be honest. Maybe I'm just used to hard seats. I don't know. But I didn't notice feeling uncomfortable while sat on that bench. But I thank you for your concern. My bottom is still attached to me, so it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, I didn't notice any discomfort at the time, so if I did, I would have moved the bench, but no one asks. As I said, that's one of the private gardens at work, so I didn't get interrupted at all that day, which was nice. There was a tour group going around like the week after when I was sunbathing, so yeah, that was a bit awkward because I'd fallen asleep. Oh well, moving on to are we going forward or back in time? July 24th, 2007, biking in a night storm. So Richard Neal says, sometimes you have to do things for yourself. Most of the time. Yep, sometimes you do. I am glad that hopefully I will have passed my driving test by the end of this year. As much as, like, there's certain aspects of getting up early and biking that I really enjoy. I really do enjoy it, and I really do enjoy the bike home. But it would also be nice to have the other option of driving, because that would be nice. Just throwing that out there. But yes, sometimes you have to do things for yourself, and the lack of independence when my bike is down is horrifying. Like, I really hate that feeling of kind of helplessness and having to be reliant on other people. KSJ Hawker 94 says, you do enjoy vlogging after a little shower. Eh, winky face. Very true. I do a lot of vlogging after showers. Some from Naked Truth, some of them not. Some of them I just happened, like, in terms of I want to produce a video. I've got home from work, I have to shower because I shower in the evenings before going to bed, and then I was like, oh, I'll just film a vlog. So sometimes, even when it's not Naked Truth, I shower after a shower. I film after a shower. There we go. It's nice to be clean. You should be glad it wasn't like one of the storms around here recently, with lots of lightning, 70 miles per hour wind, raining so hard it would have been like having buckets of water dumped on you. I'm glad I wasn't biking during that. I think the storm was relatively exciting, the one that I biked through, but I don't think there was much lightning, and there was only a little bit of thunder, if I remember rightly. It was mostly just, like, literally going through water that was deep enough that my feet, like, off the floor, the ground, my pedals are about here at the lowest point, and there was points where I was going through water where my feet were submerged up to here, so it would have been at least this deep at certain points in the water. So that was quite scary. That was some aqua gliding, which I wasn't keen on. But fortunately not that windy, and fortunately no lightning. So thank God. Torsi says, amazingly strong. Woo! On this occasion, perhaps insensibly, not sensible. Love your pluck and determination. Hey, that's I think I put that on my character sheet for my my halfling bard, Maylee. She was a hyperactive little ginger ferret. Loved her to bits. But yeah, pluck and determination was all her thing. She was like, hey, that's so fun. Zombies, that's fun. Hey, woo. You're safe and you've had an adventure. I am. Love it. Woo. How'd you get oil on your hands? Thanks for posting. Thank you for enjoying my posting. So I'm pretty sure that evening was the evening. So basically, to get to work, I go from my village that way and then that way, and there's a steady uphill from there till about halfway, and then there's a huge steep hill, and then you go along the top of the hill, and then you go down the hill on the other side, and then you're basically in town. So there's another bit of flat in some city biking, and then you're there. On the way home, obviously, then it starts with city biking, has a very steep uphill, followed by the flat on top of the hill, followed by a nice downhill, and then steady downhill the rest of the way. So it's actually quite a nice journey for biking, because you go steady, steady, steady uphill, and then pretty much downhill and flat. Well, on the way back, it's pretty much the same thing, but in reverse. So flat, steep uphill, and then steady downhill. So it's actually quite a nice journey at the end of the day to go all your effort at the beginning and then just kind of downhill from there. And I think that night what happened quite a lot when I was still getting used to the bike ride, or probably after the point where I should have been used to it, but either way. So in prep for the big steady uphill at the beginning of the journey on the way home, I would adjust my gears a little bit too much on the flat while crossing a bit of one of the main roads. And so then I think it happened about twice or maybe 3 times. My chain came off in the same place, just at the bottom of the really steep hill. And so at that point I had to sort that out. And anyone who bikes on a push bike regularly knows and should have a very nicely oiled chain. Unfortunately, that means that you get covered in oil every time you've got to correct it. And the thing that happened with my chain quite a lot is it got stuck behind the chain guard. So then it takes quite a lot of force to yank it back out in order to correct it. So that was probably why I had oil all over my hands, because it was a bit of a nightmare. Anywho, moving on, my laptop's still up panicking. That's a tab I don't need at all. That's a video from Watch Mojo, because I am addicted to top 10s. And I have hiccups. Just peachy. That's what you want. I wonder how long this video is. Oh, only half an hour. Great. Okay, July 31st. What I'm doing in this channel. So I don't really know what that video was covering. I think it was my basic pre-end of summer concept. KSJ Hawker says, huzzah! Rambly Jenny returns. Was I ever gone? I promise that I never stop rambling, just sometimes I don't film myself rambling. Richie Neal says, I had to stop doing the Naked Truth videos because he kept getting trolled by horny gay men. I mean, that's probably a compliment, but also really unfortunate, so I'm sorry that you had to stop doing that. Maybe recommend doing Naked Truths clothed, if that is really something that you had difficulty with. You know, it is a community where, you know, if you want to go all the way, that's welcome. And in my case, as I said earlier, I've only done it once or twice, actually gone all the way, and I get no flack from the community for wearing clothes. You know, the concept is to make yourself feel vulnerable. So maybe wear clothes that you feel slightly uncomfortable in. Maybe, if that will help. I don't know if that will. But that really sucks, and I'm sorry. But yeah, you could just do the Naked Truth fully clothed. Just throwing that one out there. If that's the only reason why they were being creepy, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sorry. Nathan Lyle Official says, I feel your pain. I live 2 streets away from the train tracks, and it seems they only ever run after I press record. Yup. There were some motorbikes, I think, that were being annoying when I was filming. So I feel like there is some sort of technological thing where loud things will happen when you film sometimes. Like, I think it's there's a lot of jokes in film sets and blooper reels of having to wait for planes to go over, having to wait for aeroplanes to go over, ADR issues. Obviously, I'm not a production that does ADR for many reasons, mostly because can you imagine how much effort it would be to script what I'm saying right now and then try and repeat it back with the same diction? Would not work. If this video is out of sync for any reason, it's staying like this. I am not overdubbing it. Too much effort, and I'm not being paid for it. So there we go. Hey, Red Sky Blackbird says, I had the suspicion that these motorbikes are just waiting for you to start a new vlog when they strike. If you look outside through your window, do you see any strange people watching you pretending to do something else? Not that I could see. But if they were really that sneaky, then I probably wouldn't have seen them. There's also a couple of other comments from Red Sky Blackbird. Jenny equals random mess. Yes, very true. I always do. P.S. He misses the D&D content. Just on the side. Well, maybe there might be something, maybe, that I might be doing about that. We shall see. Light is important. It is. And as always, I'm filming this late at night, so hopefully it's okay right now. But either way, it doesn't matter because my webcam is shitty. Moving on. To July 21st. Naked Truth on Thankful and Looking Forward. And let's have a look. My computer's frozen up again. There we go. El Poño says it's never too early to plan for Halloween, best time of the year. I 100% agree. If anything, about the first 10 minutes of this video says I am so excited for Halloween. Halloween is in literally a week. I am over the moon. So excited. So excited. I just have to get through 3 days of work. Anywho. Moving on to the next video. If my video would stop crashing. I'm really worried about streaming. I might have to reboot before I start streaming. We shall see. Okay, so on to I should start reading on windowsills, vloggy, engines, burble, and then my title cuts out. So I have no idea what the last part of that title was. From July 18th, 2017. Red Sky Blackbird says, Jenny is alive! I live! It's appropriate time of year for those sort of jokes. KSJ Hawker says, natural lighting does you well. He's bored lately, trying not to melt, but last month on a cruise ship to Alaska saw whales, seals, porpoises, bald eagles, and his very first brown bear. Oh my! Next month, a short trip up north to escape the heat, and looking forward to the great North American eclipse. Living a good life there, KSJ. Good job. That sounds amazing. I'd love to see like bald eagles in person. That sounds awesome. That's really cool. Nathan Lyle Official says, my boss owns a farm and a baby lamb was born yesterday. Let me hold it and feed it. I live just down the road from a sheep farm, and when I was a kid I used to help out with the lambing season. I haven't done it much recently, but I'm sure if I were to offer during the spring, if I had time, then I'm sure they would be more than happy to let me help shove my hands up somewhere and help guide things out, and then help with the lambing of the orphans and the more vulnerable ones. But they're so cute. They're so cute and so fluffy. So yeah, I'm sure we've got some family friends who are very close family friends who own that sheep farm, so they'll be more than happy to help me with lamb. And I used to have a lot of good experiences with climbing hay bales and watching the sheep when they were being born or just after, when they're just so cute and tiny. Tours Times. Hey Tor says she lives by a creek. If that counts as a river, and glad to see me on YouTube again. I must have taken a long pause before this video. I'm sorry, I'm not great at consistency. Aaron Green says, you don't need to be good at video games to make content on it. Very true, very, very true. Yeah, I'm not gonna even fall into that one. That one's just fine. Again, hiccups, they're awful. Torsi says, okay, so I must have asked a lot of questions in this video. So, Torsi says, Mum is fine, she's preparing for a garden tour, walked down to the middle of the Goose River, picked up a trash bag and a half and a trash bag out of the stream. I even found an intact 1960s TV, rusted, but the tube was complete, weighed 12 tons, bloody hell. Love the natural light, vlogs from the windowsill, very nice, have a nice summer. Thank you, that is a lot of things. Good job for keeping me conversating. That is not a word, but I don't care. I'm going to carry on because my computer's still freaking out and it's quite slow whenever I close a tab. Okay. It'd be nice if it loaded. Okay, so last video of today for commentary before I quickly get this uploaded and then I start streaming, because that's something I want to do, not too late at night, even though it's already 11:10. Sugar. Oh dear, this is going to be a weird one. Vlogging my update face on thoughts on Friends, Naked Truth, vlogs, monetization, etc. from July 15th. HCM9999 says, "You are very beautiful." Why, thank you. I like to think that everyone's beautiful. But thank you nonetheless. KSJ Hawker 94 says, from someone who only comments and doesn't vlog, my perspective may be a little different, but I'm less likely to wish someone like Trisha well because she gets many from others. And what would my small voice in a crowd really be worth? But for someone like you with fewer viewers and commenters, I would leave best wishes because I would feel like it carried more weight and value, even if that would be formal greeting card style and not too sappy. Well, that is a very nice thought. Junk Draw Videos says, glad you finally set up monetization. I've said it for all along, why not get paid to do something that you love? It's a win-win, especially since YouTube wants monetization. Well said. I can't say I have made any money from monetization at all, but it's a nice thought, and we'll see if something happens eventually. Probably not. We'll see. I'm not going to stop vlogging because it's part of me now. It's been part of me for 4 years, and it's not going to go away. So I think it might be more than 4 years by now. Ooh, it's been a while. Yeah, it's literally part of me now. Vlogging is part of who I am and part of what I do. I'm not going to stop because that's it. Yeah. And Tours Time says, it's alive! Again, appropriate for this time of year, and definitely the second one of those sort of comments within the last set of that video, so I must have been neglecting you guys at the time of that filming. But there we go. That is a commentary. We are done. I don't know if a lot of these comments that I've replied to are still loading, so I don't know how many of the text-based versions of the comments that I've verbally responded to will pop up. Hopefully they will, but I don't know for sure. Either way, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed my ridiculous rambly self, as always, because, you know, there's no other way to do these. That's why I film my shitty web camera. Well, hey. As always with these commentaries, I wait till the end and see if any of you guys are left over, and then I put a secret word for you guys. So if you've watched all the way to the end, then I know about it and I can be like, hey, you're awesome, or insane, or just weird. So yeah, I put a secret word and you can put it in the comments for this video because it's a commentary and the more comments the better. And then what happens is I know who you are, basically. You can do it as subtly as you like. You can put riddles, you can put poetry, you can put rhymes, you can put acrostics, anything you like. Be as subtle as you like, be as out of the blue as you like, or you can be blatant. So today's secret word, because I'm wearing a dolphin necklace, is going to be dolphin. So I do actually talk about dolphins in this video, so hey, that means that some of you might sneakily get in with a subconscious prize even without knowing it, if you just happen to comment on the fact that someone commented on dolphins. Or you could be in with the moral prize of watching to the end and wasting 42 minutes of your life listening to me prattle. Way. So yeah, basically, hopefully I'll be catching up with these commentaries. Obviously, I'm a bit belated on my videos, going back to like August. But I will go back through and I do try and catch up on these as I go. In the meantime, I'm doing things, videos are happening, stuff is happening. I'm a human who lives a life, so sometimes I neglect you guys. I'm sorry. Tell me about your Halloween plans as well. Are you excited for Halloween? Are you as excited as I am? Are you doing any fun? What are you going to wear for your costumes? And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stuff I've put out for semi-vloggerween so far. And yeah, have a pleasant evening. And if you are watching this straight away, I may still be on Twitch. Maybe not. I may still be on Twitch. You never know. So yeah, feel free to go check that out. Class Librarian. At the moment I'm playing Oblivion, as in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Yeah, so see you when I do that sort of thing. I'm going to stop filming. Thank you all. Have a lovely evening, day, morning, whatever. See you around. Bye.